Okay folks, here we are again, the Crazy Chef. Do we have an episode for you today? A little different, a little surprise for you. A little surprise for me too. The other day I was sitting with a friend of mine that we went to high school together, reminiscing a little bit, and we thought of those good old days. And I remember going out off campus to lunch every day, starting up my muscle car and taking a few friends, and we'd go to lunch every day. But one day of the week, Thursday, was not an off-campus day. That was a day to stay on campus. The reason why? The cafeteria had an item on the menu that, oh man, it was unbelievable. Unbelievable. You didn't want to go off campus Thursdays. And what is that item? Well, you know, I had forgotten. So many years have passed and I had forgotten about it, but it's the classic Sloppy Joe, folks. Do you remember the Sloppy Joe? Delicious. I used to, luckily, I had PE before lunch. I'd have 3 or 4 Sloppy Joes, an apple turnover, and a chocolate milkshake. And holy God, if I had PE after lunch, I'd be in trouble, folks. But anyway, we're going to make my version of a Sloppy Joe. There's a lot of recipes out there, a lot of good ones, but this is my version of it, and it works out real good. So let's start with the ingredients to make our Sloppy Joe. Boy, it brought back a lot of memories, a lot of good memories. The first thing that we're going to show you, and is probably one of the main ingredients, is ground beef. Now, we always use an 80-20, as you can see. Lean 80, fat 20. Now, remember folks, don't go to Kragen's or AutoZone to get this 80-20 oil for your car. This is ground beef. 80-20. So we'll put that aside. Our next main item on the Sloppy Joe, of course, is the ketchup. You have to have ketchup on the Sloppy Joe. And the ketchup is 1 cup. 1 cup of regular ketchup. Whatever you like. Now we're going to try, we need 1 onion. 1 onion. Diced. Minced. Here's the onion before it was diced. 1 yellow onion. It's fine. And let's do some bell peppers. Let's see. Half a bell pepper. And there's a bell pepper. Green bell pepper. Don't use a yellow or red. Green bell pepper. Half of 1. Seeded. Take the seeds out, folks. Then we're going to use, oh, my favorite. Oh, you got to have granulated garlic. Here it is. Half a teaspoon of granulated garlic. If you want a little more, put a little more. It's always good for you. And then our mustard. Just regular prepared mustard. Shake it up. That's going to be another ingredient. And of course we need some chili powder. Got to have the chili powder. There it is, folks. Chili powder. Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire sauce we're going to use. Some brown sugar. I don't have a container because we buy a big sack. So brown sugar. That's pretty self-explanatory. Brown sugar. Salt and pepper to taste. However you like it. And of course, you have to have the hamburger buns. Now, that's the way we had it in high school because it was lunchtime. But you can have the ground beef or the Sloppy Joe mixture after it's all cooked. You can put it on top of rice. Use it as a side dish with some vegetables. But this is our favorite. Lunchtime. So now let's get together. Get yourself a little skillet or a stock pot, and we're going to start cooking up, folks. Okay, here we are at our skillet, and we're going to put in our ground beef. It's preheated. My beautiful assistant is going to break the ground beef in there. Oh yeah, hear that sizzling? Now again, that's 1 pound, folks, of ground beef. You can use other meats. I've seen ground pork, ground turkey, ground chicken, ground lamb. But we're staying traditional. We're going to do the ground beef. And what we're trying to do here is we're going to try to brown the meat. Mix that up a little bit. And just as it's getting brown, we're going to put in the onions and the bell pepper. Let's throw those in there. Perfect. Chopped, diced, however you want them. And we're going to get all these ingredients browned. And then we'll go to the next step. A little bit at a time. Okay, folks, now that we got it browned, looks real nice. The onions, the pepper. Now, I forgot to tell you, we didn't put any oil or anything at the bottom when we put the ground beef and the onions and the bell peppers. That's because the ground beef is going to give off a lot of juices. Now let's put in our teaspoon of mustard. And we're going to put in a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. 1 teaspoon, folks. Spread it around so we get it all the way around. Now I think we should do our brown sugar, 3 teaspoons of brown sugar. Let's spread it around. Very good. If you like it sweet, well, let's just put it all. I like it sweet. Okay, now I think we better do our chili powder. Let's do a teaspoon of chili powder. Spread that around, all in one spot is good. All right. Now we've got to get my favorite, granulated garlic. Now you notice we're putting all these ingredients in here as we're stirring. Now we go to granulated garlic, and I think we should do at least 1 teaspoon of the granulated garlic. Oh yeah. If you like more of that stuff, put it in, folks. It's good for your blood pressure. Here we go. Now, of course, we got to put salt and pepper to taste. I don't know if you want any salt. We're not going to put salt, but if just for taste. Pepper, we've got to have a little bit of pepper. It's always good for you. And of course, our main ingredient, the tomato ketchup. There we go. Oh yeah, look at that. Put it all in there, nice. Now that's all the ingredients. We got them all in there. We're going to mix them up, and we're going to let this simmer for 30 minutes. Medium heat. Okay, folks, it's been simmering for 30 minutes approximately. So this is what we got here. Smells really good. Now there was one ingredient, you know, that I didn't tell you, and I can't tell you. But in the 60s, we used to put it in and give it that extra And all I can say is, it wasn't baked banana leaves. Okay, moving right along now. Here's our hamburger bun. Nice. My assistant is going to give us a nice coating on there. Look at that, folks. Look at that. Look at that. Now, man, we put the top on. You can toast the bun if you want, or you can have it just like that. Let me tell you, this is reminiscent of my high school days. What else could a fella at 17 years old with his muscle car and a young lady on the shotgun, what more could you ask for? I think now what I'm going to do is I'm going to eat this. I'm going to find myself an apple tart, and then I'm going to have a chocolate milkshake, and that'll conclude the whole thing together. Here we go, folks. Oh, this is really a sloppy joke.